Breaking Jeremy Frimpong to Liverpool. Here we go. Just one short sentence from Fabrizio Romano, and the internet exploded. That now iconic phrase, "here we go," is all it takes to tell the football world that a major transfer has just been sealed. And this time, it's Liverpool who've pulled the trigger. 35 million euros, a 5-year contract, medical tests scheduled. The man who brought joy to Leverkusen fans is now saying goodbye. Jeremy Frimpong is heading to Anfield. But this isn't just a signing. It's the prologue to a new chapter. A new Liverpool. A post-Trent, Alexander-Arnold Liverpool. A Liverpool reimagined by Arne Slot. Built on new ideas, new attacking lanes, and a new sense of ambition. Frimpong isn't just a replacement, he's the opening shot of a new era. To those who follow the Bundesliga, Jeremy Frimpong is no stranger. But as his name lights up Merseyside, curiosity naturally rises. Why Frimpong? And why now? Born in Amsterdam to a Ghanaian family, Frimpong moved to Manchester at the age of 7 after his parents divorced. He arrived in England with his mother and siblings, unknowingly leaving behind his native language. He once joked, "I couldn't even speak Dutch when I joined the national team." Louis van Gaal and the guys were stunned. As a promising young talent, both Liverpool and Manchester City had eyes on him. Frimpong later revealed, "Liverpool was my first choice, but no one in my family could drive, and Liverpool was just too far. City was closer, so it made more sense." A small decision, maybe, but one that would alter the course of his career for years. At City's academy, Frimpong was highly rated, but never broke into the first team. So in 2019, at just 18, he made a bold move, joining Celtic for around £300,000. It turned out to be a masterstroke. Frimpong hit the ground running, helping Celtic to a domestic treble in his first season. With his electric pace, relentless energy, and fearless tackling, he became a fan favorite almost overnight. Just over a year later, Bayer Leverkusen came calling, snapping him up for £1.5 million. And from that moment on, Frimpong's rise went into overdrive. Under Xabi Alonso, he became more than just a wingback in a 3-4-3. He was a right-sided wrecking ball, a surgical weapon in Leverkusen's counter-attacking machine. In the 2023-24 season alone, he played 47 matches across all competitions, scoring 14 goals and providing 12 assists, staggering numbers for a player nominally starting as a defender. Leverkusen went unbeaten in the Bundesliga, won the DFB Pokal, and reached the Europa League final. And Frimpong was instrumental in all of it. At the same time, he was carving out his place in the Dutch national team. His international journey wasn't smooth at first. He didn't play a minute at the 2022 World Cup under Van Gaal. But the coach told him, "Your time will come. Be patient." And he was right. Under Ronald Koeman, Frimpong has become a regular fixture for the Orange, owning that right flank. Now, the dream that once slipped through his fingers is finally within reach. Liverpool, the club he once hoped to join, is no longer too far away. And it couldn't come at a more perfect moment. Two paths that once missed each other now meet again at Anfield. Most transfers are about filling a gap, but this one says something deeper. It's about philosophy, tactics, and identity. Arne Slot isn't just trying to plug the void left by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's trying to build something different. From his time at Feyenoord, Slot has always championed a style of football that's fast, bold, and explosive down the flanks. In one coaching seminar, he said, "I like players who can change direction with speed and force opponents to react. You can never have too many of those." That's exactly what Frimpong brings. In Xabi Alonso's 3-4-3, Frimpong operated almost like a disguised winger, his heat map stretching from the touchline to deep inside the box. Liverpool see a chance to replicate that structure. And most importantly, they won't need to wait, because Frimpong is already built for this role, and Arne Slot is ready to revolutionize Liverpool's right flank. Gone is the player marker style of Trent Alexander-Arnold. In comes the wing machine blueprint, defined by pace, verticality, and relentless attacking threat. perfectly embodied by Jeremy Frimpong. Even Fabrizio Romano echoed this internal vision on the Here We Go podcast. We're told Liverpool, including Arne Slot, believe Jeremy Frimpong isn't just a dynamic attacking threat, capable of goals and assists like we've seen at Leverkusen, but also a player who can adapt to the Premier League and grow defensively. Frimpong's recent performances for the Dutch national team have only strengthened that belief. Look no further than the friendly against Spain in March. Lined up directly against Marc Cucurella, Frimpong turned the entire left wing into his personal speed lab. He didn't just break the press, he shattered it. Cucurella was forced to foul him repeatedly just to keep up. In that moment, Frimpong didn't look like a full-back. He looked like a tactical weapon, a missile in human form. And this isn't just a one-sided rebuild. Liverpool's recent pursuit of Milos Kerkez, a left-back, suggests a broader overhaul of both flanks. Slot doesn't just want a new right side, he wants a whole new wing system. With Frimpong on the right and Kerkez potentially on the left, Liverpool could shift into a 3-4-3 setup, using both wing-backs as dual-edged scalpels, slicing through pressure, widening the attack, and lightening the load on the midfield. But this isn't just theory. It's a plan that's already in motion. Liverpool now needs players who offer positional versatility. Frimpong fits that mold perfectly. With Mohamed Salah heading to AFCON next season, Frimpong could even slot into the winger role, something he already did for Leverkusen in certain systems. He's not just adaptable to English football. He might be essential to Liverpool's tactical evolution. No, Frimpong isn't Trent. He's not the deep-lying playmaker who once led the league in assists from the backline. But he offers something else entirely: chaos by acceleration. He doesn't read the game like a chess match. He runs through it like a battering ram. And that means Liverpool can't just insert him into the old system. They need to rebuild it around his pace and verticality. So now come the big questions. Will Ibrahima Konate drop deeper to cover Frimpong's constant surges forward? Will Ryan Gravenberch be deployed wider on the right to fill the spaces Frimpong vacates? And if Salah stays, can both coexist? Or is Frimpong mainly the ace in the hole for Salah's AFCON absence? There's another difference between Frimpong and Trent, one that really matters at the elite level: static defense. Say what you will about Trent's defensive lapses. He still has the positional sense, technique, and big game experience. Frimpong's defending, in contrast, is powered by speed. He doesn't always read danger, he catches it. That works until the game slows down, until your team drops into a deep block, until it's about aerial duels and holding the line with discipline. That's where Frimpong still has growing to do. It's why many insiders believe that in the season's toughest fixtures, when Liverpool are under the cosh, Connor Bradley might get the nod. Bradley, who just signed a new deal through 2029, has already impressed in the season's final stretch. So no, Frimpong wasn't signed to play 38 Premier League matches as a one-for-one Trent replacement. He was signed for difference, for impact, for explosive game-breaking moments, not for quiet consistency. And in that, there's a loud, clear message from Liverpool. They're not trying to copy themselves. They're not looking for the next Trent. They're reinventing the system. And Jeremy Frimpong is the prototype for that next generation. This isn't a team trying to control every inch of the pitch anymore. It's a team ready to attack it. Less midfield build-up, more flank disruption. Less slow possession, more rapid transitions. And above all, more speed. Yes, there will be growing pains. The Premier League is not the Bundesliga. Frimpong's high-speed runs will face tougher defenders. His dribbles will be pressed harder, tracked quicker, and punished more ruthlessly. But football is evolution, and if Jeremy Frimpong adapts quickly, he might just become something more than a right back. He might become the new face of a bolder, faster, more aggressive Liverpool, one that's ready to leave the Trent era behind on its own terms, and move forward, not by replacing what they had, but by building something entirely new.